feel like one of my biggest fears is actually, expressing myself too much to where I show too much vulnerability.
If you cannot find someone to confide in, go to therapy.
On this special episode of Sundaze with Low Legacy, we talk mental health specifically for men with James and Josh, two of my sick babies. And yes, I said sick babies. So back in college, I won the Miss Phi Beta Sigma pageant, which makes me their queen and them my sick babies, whether they like the name or not. But anyways, creating a safe space for men to talk about mental health is so important because starting at an early age, they were taught to suppress. But then they're the same ones who have to endure so many different traumas, including racism and sometimes not growing up with a father figure and just everyday obstacles. So yeah, we need to talk. Sundaze with Low Legacy starts now. Cheers to this open space where you're invited to be exactly who you are. Cheers to your soul, because there is never, ever, ever going to be anybody else like you, and that's your superpower. Happy Sundays. So hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode of Sundaze with Low Legacy. Today is a very special episode because I have my sick babies with me, and do you have something to say, Josh?
No. Let you be. It's your show.
Okay. So to kick off our conversation about mental health, I first want to ask you guys, have you been in a situation where you've been through things but you kind of didn't reach out to anybody because you kind of felt this, you had to portray this persona like, I have to be good, I have to be strong all the time?
Definitely. So a lot of people don't know I've actually suffered depression, especially fresh out of college. You think you have everything in order, you think you know that you're going to do everything, you have everything figured out, and then of course life happens. You don't get the job that you think you're going to get. You get rejection a few times, you get knocked down, relationships happen, come and go, and then it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You are disconnected from a lot of things, but every day you gotta keep the persona fine, and that seems well. Also, you don't want to seem like you're putting your burdens on someone else because it's a lot. You don't know if they're able to take it. Yeah.
I actually have to agree with Josh. Like, I've been through some things in my life, whether it's family problems, relationships, financial things, and one of the main things that I see out here in our society is that as black men, we're supposed to stay strong and not show any fear or anything like that. And then when you come from a household where you're the oldest of a certain amount of kids, and your parent, it's a single family home, you're supposed to be the person who's the rock of the family. So you definitely want to stay strong for your brothers and sisters. And at a young age, sometimes you become the man of the house. There's no dad there, so you don't really want to show them that you have a lot of issues going on, because you, like you said, you don't want to put anybody else through the same issues. So.
And that's interesting. You said, I was going to ask you, did you feel that pressure because there was no older man in the house? Did you feel like you had to take that on at a young age?
Yeah, of course. Because like when you see other people who might be your friends or other family members, and they actually have that father figure in the house, and you see what that brings to the household, then you kind of want to, replicate that and be that person in the family. So, yeah.
So aside from it being a lot of absent men in the household, where do you think that this persona comes from that's kind of pushed on y'all at an early age? Like, where do you, if you could like look back in society or you can pinpoint like where this is coming from, why do you think that there's this expectation of y'all that y'all are supposed to kind of just be emotionless and not, go through these type of things?
I actually think it's like a generational thing. Like, I feel like as our people, we've been through so much, like going all the way back to slavery, then to segregation, to even now. doesn't want to really show any weakness, because when you show weakness out in public, then people might take it for granted. So yeah.
So I think it's an interesting point that Josh brought up about how this persona is kind of pushed on y'all, but then when it's time for y'all to be in a relationship, y'all don't show emotion. So I know for me personally, that's kind of an issue for me, but I can understand where it comes from. So how has this persona affected the way that you maneuver in relationships, because you're not used to kind of being vulnerable and open?
I'll let the relationship man go first.
Well, I'll probably say, it has had its effect on my relationships, because I've been told by women before, that you're not an emotional person, you don't show empathy or anything like that, and that kind of caused like some real strains in relationships. So I try to, since those relationships or whatever, I try to, look at that and actually express emotion to the woman or the woman that I show interest in. So,
for me, it's a little different. For me, if you tap into my emotions, that's a whole nother level. When the floodgates are open, they're open. Like, I'm gonna be completely vulnerable with you. I'll be emotional, and I just need to know that that's gonna be kept safely with you, and it's not going to be used against me later. Oh, you're weak because you show emotion or anything. You're going to use my own emotion or things that I tell you, because I got comfortable, I got vulnerable with you, I feel safe with you, but now because things aren't going right, you're using it against me. So it comes to a point, can I trust you with this side of me, this vulnerability, this emotional side that we do have, that we have to keep underneath? We just need to know it's going to be kept safe, because at the end of the day, once you get that from us,
it's kind of hard to cut it off, or
it doesn't. We don't put it back, and then if things go left, now we're there to battle everything that I've ever exposed to you. You know everything of me. You know me uncovered.
Exactly. Let me piggyback on what he said. I feel like one of my biggest fears is actually, expressing myself too much, to where I show too much vulnerability, and then it being used against me. And, it's hard to come back from that, because, you want to be, empathetic to someone and then be emotional with them, but if you pour your heart out to them, and then, like, it's something that's some trustworthy information, and then they kind of expose that. If something goes wrong, then you never really want to trust anybody again. So that's why it's kind of hard to, show emotion or express yourself when it comes to relationships.
So that's interesting, because I always knew it was kind of hard for y'all to like express yourself, but it's almost like y'all in your mind, y'all have expressing emotions, and right underneath it, you have this expectation that is going to lead to some craziness. Like, you kind of associate, I don't know. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
It does, because let's say you tell somebody something like, let me see, what's a good example? I'm not even gonna give no example. If you tell someone something that's like deep to you, and then y'all get into an argument, and then they bring that out against you to try to prove a point or to try to win the argument, then it can be a triggering for it. So
I'll use an example. Like, an example could be like, this is something that you only know in like a relationship, and it's probably like the least manliest thing that you would not expect your man to be doing. Like, he loves like excessive fluffy pillows or something, like stuff like that, something that you would think only women would like. And he finally shares that with you, and now something goes wrong, you expose that in front of everybody. Now everybody look at him like, so I, from what y'all said, I kind of have my own answer, but what do you guys need, especially because I know just as black, being a man, period, y'all have this persona pushed on y'all, but being a black man, y'all have extra stuff that's like tossed in a bowl, like police brutality, race, all this craziness. So what do you guys need from your partners to feel more safe? Like, even if it's not your girlfriend, what do you need from your mom or your cousin or a woman to feel more comfortable, to kind of just create
create that space where you don't feel like it's going to be thrown back in your face?
I would say one would be patience, because there's no time limit of exactly when it's going to come out or how long it's going to take. It's a matter of comfortability. And I hate to say that you have to wait for that, but you can't force someone to open up that emotional bracket and that vulnerability with you if they're not ready.
I would probably say just the trustworthy factor from people around you, as well as like them embracing your emotions that you let off and that you express to them. Because once they start showing a sense of them embracing those emotions, it allows you to open up more and want to tell them more things, and just be vulnerable with them. So I'd probably say those two things.
So they have to be a little bit more open for you to feel comfortable.
Exactly, and on top of that, like not shut certain things down. Like as soon as you tell them, like just like I said before, embrace it, just accept it. Especially if it's something that's dear to you. Like you don't want to express something to somebody that all of a sudden, as soon as you say it, they just shoot it down, or they try to clown you, or without even giving themselves the chance to understand it. So.
When we talk about self-care, mental health, the conversation is kind of always, even if it's not said out loud, it's kind of always geared towards women.
Yeah,
so grilling and beer is kind of like y'all self-care, or do y'all have like other forms? Because like you said, I mean, that's kind of like I'll call my best friend, we'll have wine, we'll hash out whatever it is that we want to talk about. We can do other stuff too, but like, what's self-care look like for y'all?
It could just be sitting there, watching sports, just talking, doing something that you like, basically. That's usually the main thing, like doing something that you actually love, that you actually want to put your soul into.
So yeah, definitely. Especially, I'll definitely say like sports. That is like the main time men will actually like get together. Commercial come on. Yeah, this is going on, man. And,
exactly.
Then the game go right back to it, and then we'll talk again on the next commercial. And then halftime, we're pulling a little bit deeper and figure out exactly what's going on. Why is that going on? And once the main game is on, we can talk through the rest of the games. And all right, look, man, let's crack a couple beers. We can go outside, we can get on the grill. Look, we can go to the bar and do that, or if you want, we can go hit a couple tees at the golf course or something. Stuff that guys like to do. Some guys, they. Let's see. One of my friends, I think we went to go get our toes done together. That was a self-care day, and we talked about a lot of things. So yeah, just keeping yourself well groomed. And it was actually a good time. It was like, cause the women in there was like, they looked at it real different.
To be honest, I would too. Go ahead.
So, and they looked at us. I was like, my best friend one of my best friends, he never got his feet done. So,
and y'all need to get your feet done.
All right, look, I encourage every man to try it. If you've never done it, it is an amazing feeling. Just accept it. They're gonna play with your little toes and everything, all the way up to your calf. Look, it feels great. Your feet gonna look great, and your woman's gonna love it at the end of the day, because you won't be scratching her sheets up and legs.
So, question: what is the big whoop about 2K? Is that a form of self-care for y'all?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, because it's a form of competition, and then
it's relaxation.
When it comes to competition, you're actually competing against, most of the time, people that you know. So it's all fun. So it's a form of self-care.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a load off when you had a long day. Everything's frustrating. Let me go do something that I enjoy. I don't want to be around other people right now. I don't want to be around the wife, my girlfriend, my kids right now. Let me get a couple games in, calm down, relax. Do something for me right now. I'm not going outside the house. I'm not going to go drink. I'm going to go play 2K. I'm going to go play any one of my games right now. I'm in the house. She can see me. She knows where I'm at. I just need I just need some time. Let me just cool down. Maybe I'm doing too much. That's the time to you playing the game. You get all your shit talking out to everybody else on that video game. The computer, people across the nation, your friends. And next thing you know, you got all of that out. Now all that animosity, that aggression, that's gone. Now when she's ready to have that conversation again, you're fine. You're good, because you got your time to recollect your thoughts.
And I'm not really saying with the issue that women have with when guys are playing 2K, because would you rather the guy, sit in the house where you can see him, like you said, you can see him, and he doing his thing, he's safe, or would you rather want to go out to a club or something to where you don't know what's going on? He can get shot, women can come on to him. He's spending money,
but
getting drunk.
But
all
see,
of that.
the fact, my aha moment of 2K being y'all self-care, I feel like a lot of women don't get that. So we're sitting there, we go through our stuff too, and y'all stuff is 2K, but sometimes our form of self-care is just getting attention from y'all. So while y'all trying to do what y'all trying to do, we're trying to get, we're trying to get that attention, so we can deal with whatever's going on with us too. But we don't understand we just kind of take it as, well,
he's ignoring me.
Yeah, go ahead, play your little game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is, it's something that we're interested in.
So, and then to piggyback off of that, why not express that's what's going on? That's why you want our attention, because you got something going on.
But in most cases, guys don't express that 2K. I'm pretty sure women do not have that mindset. They would be a lot more lenient to y'all playing 2K if they was like, okay, he had a hard day, he just want to play it. Yeah, just okay. It's a two-way street of communication.
Okay, so I'll explain both ways. Okay, there are guys that play it for self-care, and there are guys who are excessively playing the game
and just ignoring their girlfriends. So, what do you guys, for any guy that's watching this, or men that are watching this that are going through stuff and they just feel like they're locked in a corner, or they feel like this is affecting their relationship because they're not taught to be to show their emotions, what type of advice would you give them?
I would probably say just be more open to actually expressing your emotions, because the worst thing to do is to lose somebody that you love or really care about because you might be stubborn to actually expressing yourself or being emotional or vulnerable. So just give it a chance. Like, don't just be like I don't want to cuss on anything, but don't be that
Josh
person.
already cussed, so go ahead.
I curse. My bad.
But yeah, just don't be an a-hole and be stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you feel like, oh, I'm a man, I don't have to do this, or I shouldn't do this because I want to be the big person or in the relationship. So just be more open.
Yeah, because that will like push away a woman, because we interpret it to be something different. Oh, he's not really that interested because he's not opening up about his feelings or X, Y, and Z. So
exactly.
I'll say a few things. One, I'll say therapy. We gotta stop running away from that, regardless of what friends, family, other people say. If you cannot find someone to confide in, go to therapy. If you don't want to do therapy, find someone you can confide in. If it's not your partner, find someone, seriously. Like, if you're a guy, especially a guy, find another man that you can confide your personal thoughts, feelings, and emotions in. You gotta talk to someone. Like, we gotta get out of the stage of, I'm gonna take care of me, it's me, I'm gonna handle it, I'm gonna figure it out, regardless of how long it takes. We gotta get away from that. We gotta.
It don't work.
It hasn't worked for years.
Okay, thank you so much for watching, beautiful souls. This was an amazing episode, and maybe we will have a part 2, or I'll harass some other guys to talk about this, because it was really informative as a woman to understand the male's perspective when it comes to mental health and how cultural impositions affect them in relationships and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Hey, beautiful souls. Want to catch more episodes? Subscribe. And make sure you hit that notifications bell so you don't miss the next Sun Vibe.